BioShock Infinite is a game rated M by the ESRB. Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Steven Plays BioShock Infinite. It's been just a little bit since we covered Infinite, and now it is time to jump into the downloadable content, which will continue the story of Infinite. So if you sincerely enjoyed BioShock Infinite and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to experience more, I've got good news for you. Before we get started, since I'm going to kind of treat this in a way as a separate game, I'm going to say a quick shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon producers. The names are scrolling along at the bottom of the screen now. If you're watching right now and you'd like to learn more about how you can support Mal and myself and the perks that come along with that, be sure to click the link in the description below or on screen now. So a few key things, and this is very, very important before you start watching the series. Number one, from what I understand, this is a continuation of BioShock Infinite. Obviously, you should not watch this if you have not watched or experienced in some way BioShock Infinite. Just let's start there. Things will probably not make sense. So that is required viewing. You have to have watched BioShock Infinite. However, I have been told that this DLC also is going to maybe not necessarily require viewing or playing BioShock 1, but it's going to spoil things from BioShock 1. So you're kind of you have to make a decision here. If you have watched and or played BioShock Infinite and you haven't watched and or played BioShock 1, now would be a good chance for you to do that, because this is apparently going to spoil BioShock 1. So if that's you, I've got a full Let's Play of BioShock 1. I'll put it in the link in the description if you want to watch it before you start on this. Otherwise, just know, moving forward, that this apparently will spoil BioShock 1. That makes me sad if you choose that path, but I'm not going to stop you, obviously. BioShock 1 is a fantastic game, one of my favorites of all time, and I think it's definitely worth experiencing. If you don't care and you're like, whatever, I'll still play it later, doesn't matter to me, that's fine, your prerogative. Just want people to understand before we jump into this what is expected of them. With all of that being said, are you ready? Because I don't know if I am. But after I finished the main game, I was talking to Dan, who is editing BioShock Infinite as well as this DLC series, and he told me, said, before you start the DLC, rewatch the last episode that you made. He's like, refamiliarize yourself with the concepts and everything that was going on. And I was like, okay. So I've done that, and I've also read up on all of the different things that were happening, things that you may not have even noticed throughout the playthrough of BioShock Infinite. And let me tell you, there's some wild stuff. It was very nice to research that a little bit and be like, oh my god, that was a reference to this future thing. That, like, the story of BioShock Infinite is actually far more detailed and complex than I even realized when it ended. I got a lot of concepts, but there were even more that I got after reading about it. So if you haven't done that, I also just recommend that, because it will probably help you appreciate BioShock Infinite even more. All right. Said enough. Let's jump into the DLC. Now, if you're not familiar, there are 2 episodes of Burial at Sea. This is a continuation. We're going to start with episode 1, obviously. I have not played either of these. This is going to be blind for me. HowLongToBeat.com says that this first one's going to be between 2 and 3 hours, and the next one's going to be between like 3 and 5. So there's a fair bit of BioShock Infinite left, and that's actually really exciting because I loved BioShock Infinite so much. So without further ado, grab some popcorn. Let's jump into Burial at Sea, Episode 1. And I think we were playing on medium last time, so I think we'll just stay on medium again. Here we go.
We're closed. You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Okay, first off, whoa. I'm in Booker's office. Booker's having flashbacks about losing Anna, but look at the date. 1958. It's like light the woman's cigarette. I'm sorry, game. I'm just putting these pieces together. The events of BioShock Infinite are 1912, so this is 46 years later. Also right at the events of BioShock 1.
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth. You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl. This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
So, this is bizarre. I mean, again, I don't know. The money's different. I don't know exactly what's going on. I understand that this somehow encapsulates Rapture. And of course, the date puts us right on the right spot for that. But I just met Elizabeth. Is this a different universe? Possibly. Coffee. These look like war medals from when Booker was in the war. And, I mean, also, we are Booker, not Comstock. Huh. I'm definitely a little confused, but it's all going to be explained soon. But the fact that we started in this room is wild. Got a health bar. Oh my god, I have chills.
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know, but I know someone who does. Follow me.
We're in Rapture. We're not like going to Rapture, we're there. Booker DeWitt is a private investigator who is just here. Holy crap. Closed by order of the Council, Fontaine's of Rapture. Hi, folks. God, this is literally before everything went straight to hell. And we've never had a chance to actually see Rapture like this, so this is amazing. It's also nice to see some of the wildlife out there. All right. Sandra Cohen, why even ask? His greatest album yet. God, this is amazing. It's particularly incredible because Mao has been replaying, well, she's been experiencing it for the first time. BioShock 1. God, this is so cool. This is so cool. Look at those turtles. All right, sorry.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
I'm going to keep looking around.
Wait, was los? Ain't you playing the ponies no more? You're too good for the boys at the track now.
DeWitt did have a gambling problem. It's weird to think about children in Rapture. Really weird.
Afternoon.
Rapture. Luxury you've earned. Time-saving wonders, magnate, couture, lust. Because you're not one of them. Read, couture. Fontaine Suggs, rot.
Yes?
God, everyone looks so happy. I will have to apologize to some extent. I'm absolutely going to soak this in. It's wild to see all of this.
An autograph?
Hi, folks. Oh my goodness, those look delicious. Hello, sir.
If we were all made from common clay, then Einstein would have remained a patent clerk. It's our responsibility to strive.
Here, here.
God, this is... I mean, I'm sure things will go downhill at some point, right? But
Ryan, he's a big fish in an awful small pond, you ask me.
Anything you say, pal.
If I was running things, I'd say, why just one city? Why not two, eh? Why not three?
one thing I'm thinking about is, even though BioShock 1, I believe, takes place in 1960, things went to hell on New Year's Eve. And I believe it's New Year's Eve 1958. So, like, tonight. Tonight is when things are going to fall apart. And I'm horrified. Also, if you're familiar with the events of BioShock 1, which, again, I warned you, you'll understand why the little girls are missing. And it's horrifying to put it into that perspective, because when you play BioShock 1...
Heard about your little friend. Such a shame.
You know, when you play BioShock 1, you're so disconnected from their...
He is. Not for what he does for me.
If you ask me, philosophy should stop at the bedroom door.
When you play BioShock 1, you're so disconnected from the human element of the little girls, and you're focused on saving them. And to see them alive here is wild. Absolutely wild.
So sad.
Maybe it's because I know what's coming. Ha-ha!
Edward thinks the way to my heart is philosophical transcendence. He's brilliant. If I wanted brilliant, I'd go to bed with a book.
You're just trapped by petite bourgeois notions of romance, aren't you?
Take it whatever way you will. But a girl wants what a girl wants.
All right, I'm sorry. We spent a lot of time just looking around. Look at this! Little Wonders Educational Facility. Holy crap, man. Oh my god.
Just a matter of time before Lion Schools round up anybody talks bad about him. I mean, just look what happened to Frank Fontaine.
Man, yeah. If ever there was a time where I was like, man.
These children. What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia?
Red means
Little
stop,
sisters.
green
Atom
means go.
factories.
This is
grotesque.
the rule all little girls know.
This is horrifying. Oh my god. Like, man, I have goosebumps. Again, I want to reiterate, if you haven't experienced BioShock 1, you absolutely, this is going to spoil a lot of stuff.
Keep moving, buddy.
Huh. Also, Elizabeth, just...
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture? I could compromise in Red Hook.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubters and the parasites.
Yes, but even Andrew Ryan takes a vacation.
Your pinky, Elizabeth. Yeah, okay. Not that you probably needed this, but her pinky is missing. This is the same Elizabeth. This is all very strange. Oh, it'll be there in a flash. Numo.
Come on. We haven't got all day.
Interesting. A very advanced place.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
That's so nuts. This is actually adding so much to BioShock 1 for me. I'm excited to see however this relates to BioShock Infinite, don't get me wrong, but like already in 15 minutes, I'm like totally hooked. Totally hooked. Every once in a while a game world comes along and it's just fantastic. Genre defining, and BioShock 1 is just one of those places.
But I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it. Otherwise, it's just a knee-jerk response from the uninformed. Does more harm than good.
Who would judge that? A system like that invites abuse?
Having a benevolent dictatorship takes care of that.
Benevolence isn't human nature.
A lot of interesting thoughts here.
Get on with it. Do you have any idea how valuable my time is?
More missing posters up. Look at this. Audio log.
Ryan's been good to me. Few are the patrons who truly understand the struggle of the artist. But even I was a little leery when he shuttered Fontaine's business and sent that bald buck to a grave deep in the briny. But when Ryan buried all of Fontaine's pals in that department store, someone had to find a home for all those freshly minted orphans. And if I turned $1 or $2 in the process, you can hardly blame me for doing well by doing good.
We're going to get to learn a lot more about some of these folks.
Do something exceptional? Those parasites resent it, condemn it, or worse yet, take credit for themselves.
Nice finally consorting with the equally talented, eh? Getting recognized properly? Being part of something bigger?
So creepy too. Rapture Tribune. 1958, the year that was, an in-depth look at the events that shaped our lives. I'm absolutely interested in getting all of this this lore today.
The meek can go ahead and inherit the earth for all I care. I'm fine right here in Rapture.
Art, science, industry. Okay,
He works for Ryan's security firm. I got it firsthand.
Cooks a fella from the inside out. Is the damn thing a weapon or an oven?
Works with mini-rays or microwaves? Oh, I can't remember. All I know is it sounds dreadful.
Lots of laughter.
Funny.
What?
You not knowing about the Little Sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out much.
You've got eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
So this is interesting. This Booker, in this particular universe, has apparently existed in Rapture for a while. This Elizabeth is traveling. She's jumping timelines. That's why she's here. That's why she doesn't know about what's going on.
DeWitt? The
Caustic sees you, he'll toss you out on your ass again.
Fine. You don't have any audio logs
Your face around here, pal.
back there, do you? Just checking, just checking. Knowledge is power. And also super, super, super interesting. All right.
Hello, old bean.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
I still have the marking on the back of my hand.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes.
Oh my god. This is like very much intertwining BioShock 1 and Infinite, and it's wild.
Refreshment, sir. Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
Everyone's spliced up. That won't go wrong. That'll be absolutely fine.
I went through basic with them, decent sort, but the Italians, Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
There's so much. There's so much here. There's so many people here. There's so much to see. It's actually unreal.
Guten Tag.
Herr Schmidt.
Not even sure where to go.
I told her. You want someone to listen to your worries? Buy a puppy. Me? I got better things to do.
I hope that wasn't your attempt at pillow talk, darling.
Oh, I suppose I shouldn't have drank so much when I was
No one from
pregnant.
my side of the family was ever so
I'm changing it
lackadaisical.
now.
There's... This elevator took me to a wild place, basically.
Ah, Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
So I can buy stuff here. I don't have much money, I'm sure.
I was Italian always keep it dumpy, right? About the dispersions being made about me, huh? This legal nonsense, right? About what Ryan warned us about is society of lawyers, huh?
Eat cheese. It's good advice. Nothing of interest in here. Except the fact that I can be in here at all. You can place... Yeah, sure. I don't have... I won something.
Just quit while you're ahead.
Need to know theater. The greatness of Dr. Tenenbaum. Ooh. Rapture Film Production, 1958.
Are you in the know? Innovation and competition are what fuel Rapture. But that fuel can be diluted with rumor or flat-out lies. The rumor monger asks, what are these so-called splicing side effects? Well, take a look around you. Do you see anything wrong with your neighbor? The rumor monger asks, why has Tenenbaum withdrawn from the public's eye? Dr. Tenenbaum is a scientific mind unparalleled, even in Rapture. She's no doubt in her lab, toiling away at her next great innovation. I heard she was in cahoots with Fontaine. Merely slander from jealous naysayers. Remember, Rapture competes through innovation, not cheap shots. Bridget Tenenbaum is a woman who represents the best of science and industry. In other words, she's a Rapture gal. Now you know.
Now I do know. Thank you. I learned so much. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of lore to soak up, but again, you kind of have to. So there's multiple different directions to go here.
How am I gonna get work with my leg all busted up like this? Foreman says I should have been more careful.
Something will turn up. Adversity breeds opportunity. That's what Ryan says.
Like this entire area is so big. I don't even know. Okay, so I can still use N. And I am supposed to be going that way, so I'm going to continue to wander around just to check things out. This place is wild.
Where have you been, DeWitt? Expect me to drink alone?
Drink flask of unknown booze. There. Now you won't drink alone, buddy.
All that unpleasantness with Fontaine seems so far behind us now.
I hope all of his crowd are enjoying themselves. Locked up forever.
Gotta hand it to the old man. Locking up Fontaine's thugs in his own department store. That's poetic justice.
Or the struggle. There's so much here that, like, you don't have to see. A lot of optional content.
Be right with you.
Will you? There's some galleries here. I was wondering if they'd just let me kind of hop back there, but no. Just interested in looking around. They've really taken the time to flesh this out. She's trying to lead us down there. We'll get there.
Why are you wasting your time with that one?
There's alcohol just everywhere. I can just drink whatever I want. Taking the taint out of Fontaine. Oh, I accidentally played slots. I did not win. This is what I was trying to do. Need to know theater. Sure, teach me.
Are you in the know?
Not currently.
You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries assume the burden of stewardship of Fontaine's ill-gotten assets. And Andrew Ryan accepted that burden for the people of Rapture. Now all citizens can enjoy these products, free of criminal taint. Now you know.
Now you know. All right, let's continue looking around. This first episode might just be just a tad long to continue experiencing all of this stuff. Oh, wow, look at that. God, this is so cool. All right, I'm going.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's goons for one reason, and one reason only. He built a better mousetrap.
Oh, for God's sake, Armand, you want to get us both rounded up?
So you admit it, that Ryan's rounding people up.
It was a figure of speech.
The pot calling the kettle black is a figure of speech.
I keep my head low and I do my job.
Like a good German.
Now, is that a figure of speech?
A lot to unpack in all of this.
Can I help you?
Let's see. So many places to explore.
Buongiorno, signore.
Just checking behind the counter, as is typical to do in Rapture.
Days. Her little girl's been missing for days.
I'm a complete wreck if Trudy even gets a nosebleed.
So many children. It can't all be coincidence.
God, that ambience coming in is horrifying. Search desk. You know, if there's just anything here that can help my gambling addiction. $1. And also an audio log.
Suchong observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchong's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Suchong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
That is freaking wild, man. That is wild. Fink was peering through a window. Fink is from, 40-something years earlier, from Colombia, and using the tears to look through and copy Suchong's work with the plasmids, which then became the basis for the vigors in Colombia. Man, it's so cool to see all of this stuff get connected. All right, now we go. We've seen everything upstairs. Yes, I believe so.
Frank Fontaine. Now there was a straight shooter. One of us.
I don't want to follow one of us.
You imagine having a beer with Andrew Ryan? Probably some teetotaler. Don't trust a man, don't drink, least from time to time.
Well, that's not good to hear. Let's see. Do tell, keeping you in the know. The plasmid that saved my marriage, more inside. Fontaine's thugs, rot in his own store. Spliced maniac in Little Sister Bloodbath. Oh, hi, I'm really close to you guys. Okay, don't go this way? Cool, I'm going this way. Rapture Records. Let's take a look in this store, too, shall we?
So nice that you...
Yeah, I'm just looking around, seeing what you got here. It's just all of the things that made Rapture are alive and blossoming right now. This is one of the times where it's very much okay. I'm playing a song, but it's not very good. Let's see here. Go to the other side.
Sir, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. I'm just looking around. Hopefully you understand. Rapture Radio, Anna Culpepper, Ryan Songbird. Oh. I love this. I love this so much.
Sexual intimacy is no different than any other commodity, friend. You sell soybeans, I sell companionship.
Ugh, it's disgusting.
That's the Bible talking, pal. That's your mother talking. What does Ryan say? Petty morality? You can keep it.
Oh, look at the little phone booth. Cute. Very cute.
Steinman told me he uses my picture to judge facial symmetry.
Darling, that line actually work on anyone before closing time?
All right. I believe we're supposed to go, yeah, that way, and that's the one place that I have avoided.
It's hard to have standards.
Pretty sure I saw everything I wanted to see.
Ryan taking over Fontaine's business any different than, say, eminent domain? It's just the hand of government coming down on the individual.
Fontaine was a criminal.
By whose standards? Ryan's? I prefer when the judge doesn't profit off the penalty.
God, this is all beautiful. Hi. Just getting money because I like to gamble.
The Great Chain guides all of our movements. Even if we can't see it, it's there.
Let's see. Lost and found. I was going to say that's mine, but there's no money in it. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I wanted N. So we're going into Cohen's building. This is all so beautiful, too.
All the flaws and drawbacks other people have. You know, emotions. I'm just a more perfect machine, I guess.
Think about what we could accomplish together, you and me. I propose a merger.
Okay. Some of these people open their mouths to speak. I simply think, what if you didn't?
Clown bothering you, Nance. Say the word, I'll take care of it.
Yikes.
He's got him in a department store?
In Fontaine's department store. If I wanted this, I might as well have stayed in Vladivostok.
Fontaine's thugs were nothing more than a bunch of parasites. Ryan looks out for Rapture.
Ryan looks out for Ryan.
And why not? It is the sweat of his brow. We're just the gnats buzzing around, no?
God, some of this is a little horrifying to hear. The golden rule.
Welcome, please. Have a look around.
Hi, folks. Trying to find that perfect piece of jewelry. Well, I gotta say, I'm increasingly blown away by the scope of this initial part.
Just like Gulag. Temporary. Until someone puts bullet in your head.
They've really taken their time to get this right, and it absolutely shows. Hello, ma'am.
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Maintenance. Man, this area is quite big. I'm presuming that we're probably going to get a chance to explore this area. But let's learn about the Big Daddy.
Are you in the know? The Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant. Do you know all he does for Rapture? These metal jets are the hands that maintain Rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
I don't like that that's a trade secret. That's not okay. Yikes. Let's take a peek in here. And again, this is not where they want me to go, and that's fine. Just kind of blown away that there is as much here as there is. Hi, folks.
Possible end. They can't both be right.
If she feels so strongly about how Fontaine's people were treated, she's more than welcome to hop a bathysphere to that department store and join them.
Let's see. This is the Watched Clock, which is some sort of, like, diner or something?
Try it again. Maybe your taste buds have matured. Hello, Booker. Where have you been hiding her?
Oh, she just showed up because life is very strange, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now.
What? Parasites want you. there's no such thing as gray. There's good, there's bad, and nothing between the poles.
Oh, that's certainly a take. Hi, folks.
Another one. You got an issue with my food pail. You're welcome to put on an apron.
I'm just looking around a little bit. I have a feeling that they'll probably give me time to look around, but the fact that I have the opportunity to do so now is very important to me. 2076.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to Utopia, is that it still has the people.
Tip. I don't think these supermen know the meaning of the word.
That was helpful. And I came out on the other side of the restaurant. Nothing else I can interact with here. Doesn't look like it, but I do know that 2076 will get me into the room.
You said it, not me.
Rapture's really going through a very pivotal moment right now. So is this just a little thing off of the edge? I think so.
How do they work?
Something about stem cells.
What's a stem cell?
Who do I look like, Bridget Tenenbaum?
Something about stem cells. Alright. I do believe that I've been fairly thorough this first episode. Let's see. 2076. I don't know what's in here, and maybe they didn't even want me to come in here yet. I don't know. But the fact that there's an audio log is promising.
When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. Lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Suchong think he dead man too. But then Ryan comes to Suchong and says, Suchong want to be buried in filthy store, or Suchong want to make a good salary? Work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Suchong. This Ryan find very funny.
I see. So that's how Suchong got started with Ryan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it was a long first one. And it's very possible that they'll just let us explore, but the fact I got to do it without having to worry about anything, take my time, soak it all in, see everything, get some of the lore, it made me very happy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as well. Next episode, we will finally walk over to Cohen and find out how this is going to progress. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time for more Steven Plays BioShock Infinite, Burial at Sea.